Hi everybody, welcome back. This is week 8. I want to give you, as always, a little overview of what you're going to be doing this week. This is a pretty big week in the course. We are nearing the end. So you have 3 learning outcomes: to create a comprehensive annual marketing plan, to assess strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and to design marketing programs to accomplish specific strategies. You're going to be doing all that in your presentation this week. And several more. Assess alternative courses of action, construct marketing objectives and strategies, assess target markets, um, select appropriate measures to analyze the results, prepare a realistic budget, and apply the case method of problem solving. So you're going to be doing all those in your presentation this week. So this is a week it's a little bit unique. You do your presentation the week before you submit the written plan. So you may not have everything totally done in your written plan this week. That's okay, but you are going to present about it. So let's start with the reading. So you're going to read chapter 13, which is about global marketing. And, kind of why companies go global, the advantages of going global, but then also the disadvantages, the challenges, and there are a lot of both. And just a little bit of global marketing strategy and some of the different strategies that various companies take when they first expand into other countries. And so depending on your job, you may or may not have much exposure to kind of marketing around the world. So if not, I believe you did take an international marketing course here. So hopefully there will be a review of that. This is our last discussion board this week. So you have 2 discussion questions. One is about the advantages of going global, why companies expand internationally. The second question is about major problems that companies encounter when entering foreign markets. So as always, you're going to answer one of those questions by day 3. Then by day 6, you're going to post at least 2 replies to people who answered the other question. But by now, I hope that you know how our discussions work. So here's your big assignment for this week is you're going to make a presentation about your marketing plan. So you've been working on your marketing plan. The written final thing is due next week in week 9, but here in week 8, you're going to present it. So here are some guidelines. If you read the guidelines that are in Blackboard, they were written for both you kind of in generally, and there's some things in there that apply more to a traditional classroom course. So I've adapted it a little bit here. So you want to start by introducing yourself, obviously, and explaining, your product and what you're going to be covering in the marketing plan. You want to make sure that the text on the screen is large enough. You don't want little text, and you don't want all the text kind of gathered up in the upper left. You want text spread out over the slide, and you want it large enough to see. Usually, probably 18 point is the bare, is the absolute smallest you should ever use, preferably 20 or 24 point. No more than 100 characters per slide. That doesn't mean words, it means characters, so number of letters and spaces and that sort of thing. Want to use both upper and lowercase. That helps us to read a little bit. Use fonts that are easy to read. Try to avoid light backgrounds and light text and very dark backgrounds, for example. Your slides are like an outline. You do not need complete sentences. You don't need a lot of words. The fewer the words, the more pictures, the better. Viewers do not want to sit in their seats and watch a bunch of text on the screen. Most of the details are supposed to come from you speaking. So your slides are more just like a basic outline. So you want to be professional. You don't want to be too casual, even though you're talking to your classmates. Pretend that you are talking that you're trying to persuade people to adapt your plan and to pay money for it. So you want to present professionally. About 30 minutes is the range that Davenport's give. So I interpret that to mean between about 25 and 35 minutes. And you would be surprised sometimes how, even though I say 30 minutes and somebody will submit a 6-minute presentation. So I really do mean 25 to 35 minutes. And points will be subtracted if you're way under that or if you're over it. So the range of 30 minutes, range of about 20 slides. You do not need a lot of slides and you don't need a lot of text per slide. Okay, so how to do this? You actually have 4 options, I would say. Option 1 is a PowerPoint with audio narration. So you make a PowerPoint and then you can use record audio in the PowerPoint, so I hear you talking as I'm watching the PowerPoint. So you're with narration. And if you've never done that before, there's all kinds of just Google PowerPoint with narration or with audio, and it'll show you how to do it. Or option two is to make a video with whatever software you want, post it to some place so where videos can be used like YouTube, but there are lots of pages like that, and then submit a working link and test that link. Sometimes people submit links to me and then I click it and it says private, not available, or it's not working, so submit a working link. Most students in this course do one of these two things. They either make a PowerPoint with audio narration or they make a video and submit the link. But Davenport does give you two other options too. Davenport likes what's called Screencast-O-Matic, or there are other softwares. So this is free software where you can kind of make a simple video. So if you've never made a video before, and you want to do it, you might look into Screencast-O-Matic. It works pretty well. And you can also use Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. So basically, I would set up a session for you. You would go in there, you'd be like the moderator, you'd load in a PowerPoint, and then you'd kind of narrate it like I do in that course orientation meeting that we have the first week of class. So those are your four options. Most people do option one or two, but option three and four are great also. If you have any questions about what way to do this, please email me and I'm happy to give you feedback. So what do you want to cover in here? Obviously, you want to cover all your major sections, but you're going to have to make some decisions about what to leave in, what to include, and what to leave out. You can't cover everything. Even in 30 minutes, you can't cover everything. So kind of you want to talk about the current situation, the target market that you are focusing on, and really you don't want to focus too broadly. It's better to focus narrowly on one market, two markets. Sometimes I'll read student plans and their market is everybody over 18 or all women or something ridiculous. And you do not want to do that. You want to focus. Tell me about your objectives and your strategy. Tell me about your marketing mix, your sales forecast, your budget, your implementation plan, and then at the end you want to summarize. So at the beginning you want to kind of grab our attention, preview the main points, then you want to summarize what your main points were and thank the audience for their time. I guess that was it. So again, your big project this week is that presentation. If you have any questions about that, please contact me. It's important, and it's it's going to take a big chunk of time to do it, so you want to put in the time to do it right. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you online. Thanks, everybody.